call, I'm on the way.
What up, though? It's your girl, Mufuckin Jazz, ho, in Philly, where I'm from. You already know that #1 female rapper. And I'm just gonna say in the world. I'm just putting it out there in the world because y'all gonna see me, and I'm not stopping till I get them millions. I ain't stopping till I get them billions. Matter of fact, I ain't stopping till I get them trillions, and that's real life shit. I got that new song out called On the Way. That is my shit. I'm on the way, I'm on the way, I'm on the way. Yo, speeding to the bag, I've been counting all day. You know what I'm saying? You can find that shit on all music platforms, you know what I'm saying? And I just dropped the video about 2 months ago. That was my last video, On the Way. That shit was super litty. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you can just see all personality in that joint. Y'all would love that shit for real. It's a real life movie by Ray Valdez, you know what I'm saying? He always make the schmovies. So yeah, man. I've been rapping for real, like all my life. Literally since I was a kid. I didn't even like really notice that shit until like about like a year ago when I started like really posting about my rap shit, like doing shows and my little freestyles and shit like that on the gram. A girl I used to go to school with, I used to go to be like this group home with, she was like, yo, remember she used to rap when we was kids? I'm like, damn, I really did used to rap that long. I actually remember the first song I ever wrote. Well, yeah, I was like 8. And this is where my parents is fucked up at, because when a child shows they have a gift, you're not supposed to beat their ass, you're supposed to work on that gift as a child. So when I was a kid, I was in my room and shit like that. And what's that song? I think it was by B2K. How that shit go up? I'm gonna tell you the song I wrote and you can tell by the beat. I forgot. Like it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't really remember right now. So the song was like, it was some fresh, freaky shit. I don't even know why I was that freaky as a kid. So it was like, I gotta get a boy right now, but your chances are about. You don't have to be afraid when a boy comes your way. It was like I was just walking down the street and some freak ass shit. But yeah, my brother found it and I got my ass beat for that. But it's crazy because that's how I know this shit is meant for me, because even as some regular just doing that shit, I was doing that shit as a child, you know what I'm saying? I just wasn't recognized. It wasn't, my parents didn't recognize the gift then, but if they did, like my life probably would have been different. But I'm glad it's not, because I'm doing shit on my own and figuring out life on my own, so it all worked out. I'm originally from Collingswood, New Jersey, South Jersey. I moved to Philly when I was 12 years old. South Jersey, I grew up, it's a suburbs. It's majority Caucasian people and whatever. I was adopted when I was 3 months to a white lady and a black man. My mom, I call her my mom. She had 2 of her own kids, they older than me. And my dad, he couldn't have kids. So my mom and my dad wanted to adopt mixed babies to, you know, like as if they had mixed children, because, you know, she is white and he's black. But at that time, that was like in the 80s, and you know, they're racist now, but back then, that shit was not acceptable. They're not gonna give no mixed kids. Even though they're mixed, they still got white in them. They're not gonna give them to like a racial couple, like a mixed race couple. So they just had to settle for black kids. So my brothers was adopted first. One is 4 years older than me and one is 5 years older than me. And then I came and, you know, they wanted to keep us together, you know what I'm saying? And that was what's up. So I know my brothers, I know my blood. And one of my brothers, like, yo, like, I look just like this nigga. But growing up was weird as fuck. I don't know, I was like an angry kid and shit, because my mom, she was mean as shit for no reason. Like, but as I got older, I just realized maybe it was a little jealousy in it, because at the end of the day, when you're a kid, like you don't know nothing about life at all. You have your parents and you look up to your parents and you listen to your parents. My mom was really crazy. Like, I mean, I was bad, but kids are bad, but I was bad only because the way my mom used to treat me, like beat me all the time, and like she weird. Like I can laugh at it now. Like I used to cry about that shit, but I can, like, it's to see how a person can really act and be like a grown adult person into a child, you know what I'm saying? So my mom, she cut my hair off like age 9, 10, 11. She she cut my hair off like a boy. I don't even know why. And you know, as a little girl, like, what the fuck? Like, that's not hair. Your hair is everything. You know what I'm saying? And she did that. And I don't know, basically now that I'm older, I feel like she was doing that to break me down as a child for whatever her reasons was. But then when I turned 12 years old, like, she did a lot of freak fuck shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to want to kill her. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, real life. You ever go night-night, nigga? Like, that type time. Like, on some real shit. And when I turned 12 years old, my dad, he had touched me, like, he sexually touched me. And I went to school, I cried, and I cried the whole way to school because I just couldn't believe I loved my dad. Since my mom was so mean and bitter and crazy as fuck in the head, I loved my dad. And then as a little girl growing up, looking at a black father, like, that's my father. So, you know, I always loved my dad. My dad used to take me to work with him, like, you know, like, I'll go to my dad first before anything. If I ever ask my mom anything, he'd be like, ask your mom. Conversation over, because that's not happening. You know what I mean? But I love my dad so much, and I feel like my mom was jealous. And I feel like, you know, maybe she tried to make me feel like I was ugly or something, so my dad wouldn't touch me, because he has a history of touching children. You know what I'm saying, in my family, you know what I mean? And I didn't even know that until I was 18, you know what I'm saying? Then I realized that, like, maybe she was trying to make me, like, hate myself or make me seem like ugly or something so he don't touch me. But no, like, it was just weird. So at that time I went to placement. I was in a group home, 12 years old, 12 to 18 years old, in and out of group homes, in and out of placements, foster homes, and whatever like that. So I was pretty much on my own from 12 to 18, you know what I'm saying? So I have like a real colorful life, you know what I mean? Like, I met so many people, I did so many things, I've been like to a lot of places. And all these things that ever happened to me in my life made me who I am today. Like, if my mom was the perfect mom and I had love as a kid and all that, I don't know, like, who knows? Or if I would have never told that my dad touched me, who knows how I would have grown up? So it's like, I kind of applaud them, because if y'all wasn't so weird and y'all didn't do certain things, then I wouldn't be the person who I am. I wouldn't be the soldier. I wouldn't be the warrior. You feel me? So I was just on my own after that. So basically, you know, I don't talk to them. Like, you know, I had to realize that, I mean, I don't beef with them, and I still was like visiting them throughout the years, and I still call them mom, I still call them dad. But as I got older, like I am, 26 years old, I'm looking at like, what's the point? What's the point of even, how y'all my mom and how y'all my dad? Y'all do the utmost stuff, and it's like, we don't communicate at all. Like, she likes my stuff on Facebook, and every time I see her like my stuff, I'm like, maybe she just embarrassed. Like, she can't, because I'm grown now, and I'm not like who they probably thought I would grow up to be. I don't know how they thought I would grow up to be, but they look at me as like a star. Like, I am a star. But like, they know these things, you know what I'm saying? I feel like my mom is probably embarrassed, and my dad definitely has to be embarrassed. You know what I mean? But I feel like my mom is embarrassed because the way she raised me, I'm a grown woman now. They gotta realize that when you treat these kids, they actually grow up, and they'll grow up to either hate you or just won't fuck with you. But you have to be the adult, like, I want mine sitting down talking to my mom, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if she thinks that I will snap on her and, you know, just go ballistic and act a fool. I wouldn't do that, because I'm mature enough to want to know why she did these things. Like, was your mom like abusive to you, or did you get like, I want to know. I don't know anything about my mom, like, but she don't know that I'm mature enough to actually sit down and listen to you and wonder why you was doing these things, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm grown, I'm not a kid, I'm not angry no more, you know what I'm saying? And I've been through so many things in my life that it's levels to this shit. It's levels to be mature and sit down with somebody that hurt you and actually have a real conversation and be 100% real, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, I'm actually working on this song, whatever like that, called Reality. And in that song, I'm talking about how I was abused as a child, and you know how I was treated as a child, but it made me who I am today. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be a motherfucking warrior. Hey, what happened? But real shit. But what really got me into music, I always was rapping. I always was a rapper, but my boyfriend, he was like, yo, let's just be rappers, like, and I'm like, yo, how you know I know how to rap though? I don't know, that's my nigga though. Like, we was together 6 years. We started rapping together. We have 2 music videos actually on YouTube. One called Grade A and another one called Back Up Off Me Freestyle, Mufuckin Jazz, T November. 2 years ago, he got murdered, and I've been through it. When that happened, I just went through a lot of shit. My whole world, you know, in 0.2 seconds fell. Like, anything that bad could have ever happened to me happened to me. And it was a situation, it was just like out of anger. And this is like when I was still a little wild and didn't really have regards into like right and wrong, just impulse, you know what I'm saying? And thinking about the consequences later. But this particular time, long story short, one of my girlfriends, she had owed me money. I was staying with her and she didn't want me to live there. She was being real weird and petty. And she's very, very insecure. So she had owed me money and whatever. So they wanted me to leave. But at the time I'm like, no, because I didn't do nothing. Like, and that's me being, and I can accept the fact that, yeah, like, I'm gonna say no to somebody's house. But at the same time, like, I didn't do anything. You're just being weird, insecure, and petty. Like, that's the way I felt. And if I'm gonna leave, I have to get my money back. Like, I don't have a problem leaving. I just need my money or half of it or something, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm not leaving till I get my bread. Like, so basically they sent like their family members, her boyfriend had his mom and them come up there and sisters and brothers, like they was gonna jump me or something like that to remove me out the house. So I'm like, you know, I left, but you know, they still say I can come get my money. What I did wrong was not involve the police. What I should have did was call the police and came up there with the police and then shit it out that way. But no, I wanted to do it my own way. So basically, I told him I was gonna come get my money. She was like trying to say, give me less than what I was supposed to get. I guess trying to be smart, but it was fine. But I didn't even care about the money. It was just like the respect thing. Like, so I went to go get my money. We wound up fighting, like fist fighting. My boyfriend came with me just so he can make sure I'm cool because he knew earlier it was a bunch of motherfuckers, like, you know what I mean? So he just wanted to make sure I'm safe. He's not the type of guy. He's not for violence. He don't do none of that. He the chillest bull ever in life. The most thorough nigga I ever met in my life. Period. He saved me. He saved me from a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Because he seen the potential in me to be somebody great. And he accepted me for who I am. You know what I'm saying? That's why we was together for so long. And basically, he came up there with me. Me and the girl started fighting. And then the girl, I started beating her the fuck up. And I didn't go there to fight. Like, I just wanted my money. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we wound up fighting. I was fighting. The boyfriend jumped in it because I was beating his girlfriend up. And then my nigga jumped in it. My nigga is not gonna jump in no bitch fight. That's not even a situation. But when he started, you know, putting his hands on me, my boyfriend got in it like, you're not, you know what I mean, what is you doing? Like, you know what I mean? And he started beating her boyfriend up. And then, you know, the boyfriend got mad, her boyfriend got mad and stabbed him up a bunch of times and shit like that. And at that moment, it was just like, it was unreal. Like, that shit, it was unreal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would never think 1,000 years that he would even die. Like, seriously, even though we all know death is a thing, I would have never thought that. And then it happened like that. Like, that was crazy. So, he stabbed him up. You know, my boyfriend made it outside. We made it outside. I ran outside. And that shit is just crazy. Like, it's just, still to even this day talk about it, it's like, yo, that shit really fucking happened. Like, it's just mind blowing. So he ran outside, I ran outside, and then I looked and I seen that he wasn't there. So then I started running back, you know, to get him, and then that's when he started coming downstairs. He came outside, and I already knew something was wrong when I seen him, because he started walking wobbly. He had like this little smirk on his face, and I'm like, and then I see the nigga come outside with the biggest knife, the biggest fucking knife that be in the pack, in the kitchen pack, the biggest knife you can have in that bitch. And then I started running. Then I stopped the car, I told him call 911. Then I got in the car, I called 911. Came back to him, I seen him fall to the ground. I ran up to him, and I was just holding him and shit. And I seen like a hole in his spine. And it's like his arm, the meat was cut out. That shit crazy. And I seen like the bone and shit. But he was still breathing, his eyes was open, and I was just snapping, like crying, screaming. And then I grabbed his hand, and I was like, squeeze my hand. And he squeezed it. Then he let that shit go. And at that time, I already knew. At that time, I already knew it was over. At the time, it was just so fast. I didn't know. But then when I thought back at it, I was like, yo, he died in my arms for real. Like, he checked. Like, I knew when. So then, mind you, I'm maced. She done maced me and shit like that. So then my adrenaline was pumping. I couldn't even like. I didn't even feel that shit until like the ambulance came. The ambulance was taking forever. Like, what the fuck? All these people standing around, it was crazy. So then they took me for questioning and shit like that. I had just all this blood on my shirt, on my clothes. And I wound up getting locked up. And basically they were saying because we went up to their house. So basically they were saying self-defense. Because we went there, I guess if it was like, if we was outside and we never like came in the house, then it would have been a different story. But no, like, it's crazy just how the way the book of the law works. Like, I lived there, and it's not like we're strangers walking up in there. No, like, y'all know we was coming. Well, you know what I mean? And basically, it's Montgomery County, so they just do things a little bit differently. And yup, it was self-defense. And I went straight to jail because we was on their property. You know what I'm saying? So they basically saying trespassing and all that stuff. Even though it was agreed for me to come up there and get that shit. Like, nobody knew it was gonna be fighting and stuff like that. We ain't know, like, that shit, you know what I mean? We ain't coming up there to fight. He not even gonna have that shit. Like, he not, you know what I mean? Like, but that shit happened, and I couldn't believe I was in jail. I could not believe it. Like, first of all, when I seen the paper, it said death of Terrence Freeman, I dropped straight to the ground, like, cause it's like, what the fuck? And they still asking me questions and shit. It was just too much. It was just way too much. At one time, I never been in no situation like that in my life, period. Nobody ever close to me died like that. And then me being there, that's me. That's he is my other half. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they had me in the cell, the holding cell, and I'm crying. First of all, maced, my body is burning. I'm crying. He's dead. And then I'm in jail, and I'm asking for people to talk to. Like, can somebody please talk to me? I've never been in a situation. They motherfuckers closed the gate on me like, no, bitch, like I'm a dog or some type of animal or some shit like that. I couldn't believe that shit. So, from the rip though, yo, our souls is like this. I felt him come to me and say, I'm okay. I kept saying it over and over again. I thought I was going crazy, like, fuck, what are you talking about? Like, what is this? Nobody would talk to me. So when they actually sent me to jail to Montgomery County, I actually got to talk to like a nurse. You talk to her when you get locked up, you know, she see if you pregnant, take your blood, they take your picture and all that weird shit. Make you take your weave out. You know what I mean? I was bald-headed as shit in that joint. But it's cool though. But yeah, girl, I had to like go to medical first. And medical is like with people that's either injured, it can't be in population, or people that's really thrown off, you know what I mean? But I never been to jail, so I didn't even want to be around people. Like, you know what I mean? I was crying every second. Like, I never was like, you know, regular. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't stable, you know what I mean? I was fucked up. And I kept seeing that shit over and over again. That shit is not a fucking game, bro. Like, shit real. And then I felt like everybody was against me because then we got his family. They don't understand why nobody can get a hold of me, but yet it's all, that's how when I went to jail, I learned to not believe people, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to be like, somebody say something like, oh, that makes sense. No, when I was in jail, it was so many fucking stories what happened, literally 100,000 stories. And these motherfuckers was believing it. It was to a point that I'm on the phone, the little payphone joint, I'm sliding down the wall like, no, but like really crying and like hurt. Like people like questioning me like, you know what I mean? Like asking me like the stories they heard. I'm like, damn, for real? Like seriously? But they're like, you are in jail? Bitch, I'm here on bail. Cause y'all bitches ain't bail me out. You know what I mean? Like it was nothing, it's nothing. And what, when I went to jail, bitches was like, yo, I'ma got you. We gonna get you out of there, boom, 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 whatever. Yo, I swore every day to the point that I convinced the other inmates in there that I was getting out. Like, yo, these bitches dancers, they gonna make the money and they know I'm gonna pay them back. You know what I mean? And it just did not happen. After a week, I was like, oh yeah, I'm staying here. This is what it is. And I just felt like everybody was against me. None of the family was fucking with me. And I got it because everybody hurt, so you had to blame somebody. But at the end of the day, I would have never like, why you think I would ever put my nigga in a situation? A real nigga's gonna ride with his woman, period, till the wheels fall off. Nobody walks into something, like, it would have been a whole different situation if we knew what was gonna happen. Like, nobody just walked into something like that, you know what I'm saying? It just was horrible. And they like, well, it's your situation. But that's my man, so he gonna rock with me just like vice versa. If someone want me to come, I'm there. We didn't know it was gonna be no shit like that, let alone somebody died. We wouldn't even went there. That should have been dead. You know what I'm saying? But it was a very hurt piece. I felt very, 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 very alone. Then I'm in jail, waking up the walls, eating this. Yo, when I first got there, yo, I was crying about that food. I'm not eating this shit. Bitches was fighting over my food. Like, shit was real. But I always thought about what Remy Ma said. I think Remy Ma came home like not too long ago before I got locked up. And I always remember her saying, she was just the main thing, you know who your friends are when you get booked. Yo, bitches was turning against me, bitches was lying, they was doing the utmost dumbass shit. Couldn't even do the most simple shit. And then the thing is, they'll say they do these things. After a while, I'm a loner. Like, when you get money on the streets, you don't ask nobody for shit. So when you're in jail, you don't got shit because you make your own money on the street, you know what I'm saying? But it got to a point that people was like, yeah, we gonna do this, do that. I'm not even asking them to do that. I'm like, all right, cool, that's what's up. Never happened, never happened. So after a while, I'm like, man, I'm not even listening to none of these bitches be talking about, like, real shit. And I realized that when you in jail, you really meet family. Like, I had people in jail that became my family and did more things that helped me than people outside. Like, I call my mom. You know, I just want to, when you're in jail, it's like a lot going on. And your mind fucked up. I honestly could have went crazy as fuck. And I did start to go crazy because people were saying, like, I'm the one that stabbed. It was like a lot, like so many stories. And I'm like, the walls will close you in so bad. I'm thinking like, damn, did I stab him? Like, that's how crazy you can get in there. That's crazy. But I'm so strong and I had a spirit behind me the whole time. I'll write and I'll hear his voice in my head and I'll put whatever he said in parentheses, like, damn, yo, like, that's real shit. And that's the reason why, you know, I got close. I found God. Like, I found God and things that would benefit me in the future, like, you know what I'm saying? And when I was in jail, after 30 days, I was like, this home. I'm home. I'm never getting out. It got to the point that I didn't even want to come home. Cause I'm like, I don't have nobody out there. The only person I ever had was my boyfriend. He's dead. I don't have nobody. So it's like, that's real. I got comfortable in jail. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because after 30 days, I consider that shit home. After 30 days being in the same routine, seeing the same people, it's like a routine and you become comfortable. So I was in jail 4.5 months on bail. I wasn't, like, I didn't get on probation until a year after I came home from jail, a whole year. Like, I was sitting there 4.5 months on bail, but I said, you know what? That's part of God's plan because I'm not even supposed to sit here for one. None of this shit is supposed to even happen. And I wasn't even supposed to be in jail. But later, I came more spiritual because I was forced to, because my boyfriend's soul was coming to me in my dreams, everything. And I realized that God, I was supposed to sit down. I was supposed to sit down because if I didn't ever went to jail or none of this would have happened, I would have been working with the same people I used to be around. And no offense, they not really shit. Like, I mean, they cool, but I mean, they're people. I love them from a distance. I wouldn't wish nothing bad on them, but me, it's not really no conversation. For real, for real. I mean, if I see somebody, I'll be like, oh, what's up? Yeah, like, we Joe. You know what I mean? Because I love them still, but it's not no conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the darkest part of my life. Like, sometimes I just want to be on the phone and talk to a motherfucker. That's it. That's it. Never ask nobody for shit. Like, I call my mom. I'm talking to them. This is things we call your mom and shit. Like, I didn't ask y'all for shit. I got my own books on my money on my books. I mean, I'm braiding white bitches' hair, commissary. Like, I mean, they're like, yo. So I'm calling my mom. I'm talking to everybody in my family, passing the phone around, talking to my brother. I just hear in the background, like, are we getting charged for that call? And he asked me, I was like, no, this is my money on my joint. He was like, no. Are we getting charged? No. That shit just pissed me off. Like, I'll never call you again, lady. Like, what you talking about? Like, weird as fuck. Like, that's all you worrying about, getting charged? I'm not even asking you for shit. I just want to hear a voice, a familiar voice. I don't even know why I called you anyway. But that's how vulnerable you get when you in places like that. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, I was always myself, no matter what situation I was. So I always draw people to me for some reason or whatever. And I was rapping in there because, before he, died, we was doing things. We said, we're going to go to Atlanta. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We actually had videos. Like, we was doing this shit. So this nigga, man, I was in jail and you have nothing but time. And then I'm sober. My skin getting clear. I'm not drinking. I'm not doing any drugs. So I'm writing in that motherfucker. I had that motherfucker spitting my shit. Like, when you in jail sometimes after a certain amount of days, they switch the girls to different floors and stuff. They coming back, they little jobs cleaning. They coming back like, yo, Diddy, like they singing your song up there. Like, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like, I really was turned up in that joint. I mean, jail is the worst place to be, but when you in there, like, for a while and you adjust and get comfortable, because that's where you live. That's your home at that point. If you're knocking or not, that's where you live. That's your residence, jail. When people write you, they write to your crib. It's jail. And we had some fun times, though. I wouldn't want to ever go back in life. Like, I don't know how people keep going back to jail, because me, the type of person I am, I would never want to go back to jail ever again for anything. People... That make you think twice about shit, you know what I mean? And it made me think about things and evaluate certain people, you know what I mean? And it's just crazy, like, so I was braiding a white bitch's hair. We used to be having talent shows, all that shit. I used to be walking around ass naked, twerking. That shit used to be litty, bruh. So I'd be braiding a bitch's hair to get snacks and shit. I ain't had no money coming in. Like, I had money, like, the second time I went to court, you know what I mean? But that shit was gone. That shit was $50 for the fee you gotta pay, and all that shit was gone. And I didn't really give a fuck about that shit anyway. I just really wanted to use it for phone calls and letters and snacks here and there. But yeah, so they be like, yo, I turned into Chi-Chi Queen in there, John. I thought I would never eat a Chi-Chi in my life. Yo, Chi-Chi Queen, like, they like, Diddy, you bring her, you better get some noodles, some cheese, and sausages. I'm like, I got the stuff, y'all, I got the stuff. They used to have me making that shit. So when I came home, I was fucked up. I was fucked up when I came home. All I wanted to do was party. And mind you, when I'm in jail, you're away from the real life. So back in my mind, I'm thinking when I come home, my boyfriend's still gonna be there. But he wasn't. And when I came home, when I realized, yo, he's really not here, and I get to see like real pictures of him, I was depressed. I would break down every day, like, you know what I mean? And then I started doing drugs. That's when I was fucking with the mollies, the E-pills, the perks, the coke, the weed, all at one time. So I didn't know I was doing that to consciously forget about what was really going on in my life. I didn't realize that till like later in life, and this was just 2 years ago. Later in life, I didn't realize I was using them drugs to block everything out that was going on in my head. I was just wanting to live and party every day. But after a while, the mollies was like too much for me. Like the come down made me want to mentally jump off a bridge. Because however you're feeling, that shit is time 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Mouth be dry and shit. It just be horrible. It wasn't a party anymore, you know what I'm saying? And then I started being broke. I started just drawing, like, and I had people that wasn't good influences either around me either. I thought they was, but they wasn't. They was really taking from me. Even if they know what they was doing, but they was doing it. They was taking from me, you know, taking my kindness from my weakness. Because I am a nice person. I'm a giving person because I like to have fun. And whoever's around me, I want them to have fun too. And if they don't got no money, I'm cool. Like, fuck it, we out. I'm the one that invited you. Let's go. Let's get it. You know what I mean? To the point that when I was broke to talk about scraping up change to get on the bus, motherfucker snapping on, yo, it was real. That's when I realized, yo, I can't be on no bum shit, bro. So I started getting back in the studio and shit started looking up for me. Like, I started getting motivated again, shit started looking up for me. And I started doing videos by myself. I remember the first video I did alone was Juju on that beat freestyle. Yeah. That joint was litty. And shit was looking up for me. And then I just started learning about myself. I started reading books. I started reading up on law of attraction, manifestation. I'm really, really big on manifestation. I believe I manifest all great things in my life. And as I read and listen to like audio books and like videos on YouTube, it just gets stronger and stronger every day. So everything I've been through in my past, I put it all together, smash it up, and I throw it up in the air and it turns into sprinkles. That's how I really feel. Like, that's how I know God showed me I'm so close to God. He shows me so many visions. Like, my visions be clear like a fucking movie. Like, I'm talking to this person, this person, this person. I believe I'm gonna be a multi-trillion-dollar female rapper. Houses all over the world, because I manifest all the great things in my life. So I've been through a lot of things, but it all made me who I am today. And the biggest move, the biggest thing, I'm proud of myself, even to let go of the drugs. I did it on my own. It's hard. Motherfuckers don't do stuff like that on their own. Like, but I didn't like the way the shit made me feel, or it cleared my judgment. I was hanging around the wrong people. I was hanging around people that do the same shit I do. And the people that do that, they don't do nothing with their life. They're bums for real. No matter how pretty they are, they're still bums either way, and clowns. But I started, loving myself. That's what made me like quit everything. When you start loving yourself, love is law. Self-love is law. So when you start loving yourself, the conversation is different. You know what I'm saying? And I also met positive people that came in my life to bring out them things in me, like to be more vulnerable, share my story, and love yourself and don't compromise. That's big key. Don't compromise. I used to compromise everything just to live for the moment, just get a quick check, just to do this, just to do that. But it's not worth it. It's not worth your soul. It's not worth your livelihood. So, I've been through a lot. I came a long way. So what I'm really proud of, like, I'm actually moving to Atlanta, mañana, which means tomorrow. And this is like the biggest move ever for me because, like I said, I'm from Philly. I did so many shows, did so many things. Like, people want me to do these things and don't want to pay me and all that stuff. Like, I don't feel like you can get nowhere from Philly. And it will kind of, you'll lose motivation because it's like, damn, I'm doing these things, but what happened? Where it at? Like, I'm not gonna say shit happened tomorrow, but I'm like, damn, like, it's like, okay. And people see what you can do and want you to come back to these shows like, yo, I need you. Because I'm a contortionist. That's somebody can bend all crazy, do all this stuff. I do that shit on stage with the mic in my hand, like, dickhead, my fragile, how you doing? They know all these things. They know I bring the energy, I bring the sexiness, I bring the cool. I'm just greatness. I'm a walking $1 trillion alone by myself. And that's real shit. And I don't want people saying, oh, she's big-headed. No, and I learned that too. Don't ever let nobody, if you feel a certain way about yourself, don't ever let nobody try to break you down talking about, oh, you big-headed, you conceited. No, nigga, I love myself. Is there something wrong with loving myself? Maybe you should love yourself too. Because like I said, the conversation starts being different. Nobody can tell you shit, and that's how you're supposed to be. Don't ever, ever, ever let nobody try to say some shit like that, and don't justify it for them. If you love yourself, and tell them maybe they should love themselves like you do, and you won't see nothing wrong with it. But I'm actually moving to Atlanta. And that's the big step, yeah, because I know shit gonna be litty down there. I feel like I've been down there, so the energy from the rip is like, damn, hug me. Like, real shit. Like, I feel like when I went down there, you know they got the Martin Luther King, what's that, Drive or Martin Luther King Avenue? You know, it's Martin Luther King streets everywhere around America. But some reason down there, it meant more to me, you know what I'm saying? I felt it, like my spirit, I was enlightened, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like when I seen the sign, like, damn, Martin Luther King and them, we used to really like walk up and down these streets, and this all used to be nothing but plantations and cotton. And I felt some type of way, and it was me and one of my girlfriends, and I felt like the souls and the spirits from them was just hugging me. I felt it in my chest and my shoulders. And she felt the same way, mind you, no drugs, no alcohol, none of that. She felt the same way because she's also a great soul too. So, you know what I mean? She felt that. And we felt the same time, like, damn, you feel that shit? It was crazy. She was like, yeah, I'm just taking it all in. I'm like, damn. I felt like I was supposed to be down there. If you feel stuff like that, people, and everybody don't feel that just because another motherfucker can go down later and don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, bitch, you high, fuck out of here. No, nigga, like, I'm enlightened. Them souls, I feel them souls because I'm a loving soul. I'm a loving spirit, and I felt that. I got a connection, you know what I'm saying? And, everybody's just different. I feel like people want to help you down there. Like, people want to see you win, you know what I'm saying? They want to be a part of what you're doing. And I love it, and it's great. So I just want to bring my charisma, my energy, my character, and my talent and turn up, you know what I'm saying? So that's the big fucking move, man. That's the big move. So watch out, because, you know, that's just a stepping stone. And from there, it's Hollywood. And from there, New Zealand, East Asia, China. They all go screaming, am I a fucking jazz hoe? And I'm so confident about it, I can see it. It's just about putting that work in to do it. And I have no problem doing that. This is the first step. And I'm actually doing what a lot of people are scared to do. And I was scared too. Like, I had all types of excuses. But that's what they was, excuses. Anything that's gonna keep you from doing what you need to do in life. I want to live. I want to know how it is to live and not compromise this life the man gave me that I had to abide by. No, I don't. Who said that? Real? Like, real shit. So that's the move. Yeah, so I got so much things in store for you guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out here and I'm gonna make motherfuckers know who the fuck Mufuckin Jazz is, and that's a motherfucking promise. Seriously. So you can find me on Instagram at Mufuckin Jazz, and that's MUFUCKINJAZZ. How you doing? And, you know, my YouTube, Blue Bands Entertainment. Blue Bands Entertainment. Mufuckin Jazz. Follow my SoundCloud, Mufuckin Jazz. And also, you can go on iTunes, Google Play, any music platform, I got music on there too. And make sure y'all check out my last video, On the Way. Just click the link in my bio on my Instagram, or just go on my YouTube page, On the Way. You know what I'm saying? We out here, we litty. And guess what? I'm here for y'all though. I'm here for y'all. I feel like God got me on a mission. I feel like God is gonna give me all the great things I want in life so I can spread his word and help people manifest the things they want in their life. You feel me? Because it is possible. It's possible and it's possible. Just remember that. And I'm gonna show y'all. I love y'all. Thank you. And Mufuckin Jazz. How you doing? Yeah.